All right, top 5 MCU heroes. I'll start off with my number one, uh, Captain America, Steve Rogers. Even still, just to be clear, I enjoy uh, the Falcon. Guy can't remember his name. I feel bad. What is his name? I know Anthony Mackie's the actor. Uh, Darn it. What is his name in the movie? It's funny. Um, but uh, I love the Falcon being Captain America now. I think it's great. I think it's gonna go new directions. I really enjoyed the nods to Bucky being Captain America. I love all three of them. I think they're fantastic. But Steve Rogers, he's my spirit animal, man. I really enjoy just how his whole character arc went. I mean, really, what's fun about Captain America, especially watching everything in timeline order now, is you get to see his journey from like the very beginning all the way through the end of Endgame. And what I really like about all these characters, I'm going way too far with this. Maybe I'll keep this footage anyways. But what I really like about all these characters is they get their own arcs amongst the individual movies themselves and the shows and all that. I love Falcon and Winter Soldier, for example. I thought that was a great in between Endgame and Captain America: New World Order. But as I digress, Steve Rogers, he's a superhero. You know, he's a superhero even when he was small and wimpy. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't call him wimpy, but he had that kind of frail body. You know. Um, I love seeing Dr. Erskine, just kind of, choosing him because he's such a good-hearted man. Not only that, but he's not just some dumb, jock kind of a guy. He has like the best of both worlds, where he's got the heart and the brains, but he's also got the brawn. And I mean, the guy, he goes toe to toe with Thanos and all of his forces one on one. Remember that, where he's got the hammer and he's got the shield. He's just standing there, man. Like, he tightens it up. He's like, I could do this all day, man. And it's just like, he's a hero, dude, a superhero. He look amazing in every scene, every movie. I love his character. So that's my number one. Number two is actually gonna go to Shuri's character. Shuri, Black Panther's sister. I think for those of you who haven't seen Wakanda Forever, you should see it. And you'll see why. Especially if you see Black Panther 1, and then Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, and then watch Wakanda Forever. I think you'll see what I mean. She's got an awesome arc as well. Same thing. They're able to kind of weave her character growth amongst the other movies. And what you have is this side character, princess sister, basically like cute to T'Challa's James Bond kind of a thing, And then she just kind of develops into this force to be reckoned with. This terrifying being. And you guys got to see it. I'm trying not to ruin too much, but if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. But if you have, she's got that Tony Stark intellect with all that technology, which I'd say is comparable to Tony Stark's technology. And on top of that, she gets Black Panther's superpowers. What about that? It's like Iron Man and Black Panther together. That's what she is. She is scary. And she has her own country on top of that, man. Also, just speaking on Shuri, I just really like how she's trying to like take on the mantle of her brother. She's trying to be the next, in line. And you can just tell the politics in that, and her encountering Namor and just all these other countries being involved in Wakanda now. You can just really see how she and her mother have such a difficult landscape. That's what I really like about the Black Panther movies and the Captain America movies, is they really get into a more of a almost espionage-y, government-y kind of feel to it. It's more than just like superheroes clashing. There's a gray area to all of it. For example, T'Challa, he's very noble. He tries to be so noble, but Shuri, she's just like, she tries to, but she's got this dark side to her. And it makes sense, right? I mean, she loses a lot amongst all of this, especially if you see Wakanda Forever. You see what I mean, and it makes sense that she would react that way. Anyways, she's my number 2. Number 3, oh man, this one, I'm curious to see what y'all think about this one. Drax the Destroyer. There's a few swirling around reasons for that. One, I love Dave Bautista. I don't care. Whatever movie I see Dave Bautista in, whatever I see him in, I love that man. He is fantastic. He's the great combination of being a fantastic actor and being just this big, strong, brawny man. He's got it both. You know, he's doing his thing, and I from whenever I see him. So that's reason number 1. Number 2, I love that he's a being. I haven't seen the third Guardians of the Galaxy yet, but I love that he's a being with so much raw power. But end of the day, dude just kind of fucks around. You know what I mean? Like he's just a dude hanging out with his buddies and kicking ass and chewing bubblegum, you know, and I just love it. The scene where he's acting like he's invisible because he can move so slowly. Like, what is that? You know, like dude's like he's like a goofy and super powerful. I mean, he's so powerful. The guy has his shirt off most of the time, at least in the first 2 movies. So I just love it. A fun character. Love seeing him with Mantis too. I think it's really good. 4th favorite goes to Captain Marvel. Big reason there. Higher, further, faster. I every time I see her on screen, and I've seen Captain Marvel multiple times. I've seen Infinity War and Endgame multiple times. I'm excited to see her in the Marvels. She just brings this radiance, this kaleidoscope, rainbow, powerful, just ray of just light and hope and confidence and will. She's just that all the way through. She's the superhero you'd want to back you up anytime, any day. Like if I saw Captain Marvel flying down to save me, I would feel like a baby in a warm blanket. I would feel in such great hands. It would just be awesome. At the same time, I love that she's also kind of no nonsense too. Yeah, she's a fun character. I love seeing her relationship with Maria Rambeau. I love seeing her relationship with Nick Fury. I love seeing her back and forth with Thor. I just all of it. She's just a fantastic character. She's fun. She's bubbly, and she looks like she's gonna have an awesome relationship with Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan. Number 5 goes to Hawkeye. I love his story arc. I don't know if y'all remember, but in the first Thor movie, he was just the eyes in the sky. You know, he was just some dude making some funny quips here and there, but you knew he's gonna do some badass stuff if needed. You know, and as time progresses and going into Avengers 1 and seeing him in the rest of the movies, you see this man who's basically just a very well trained man. Right, right, amongst all of these gods of people, you know, and he's holding his own. That says a lot, man. That's like Batman level stuff right there. I just love his coolness amongst it all. I love that he's a character that he hasn't lost his humanity along the way. He has a full family, you know, a nice ranch. Yeah, he doesn't get to see them a lot, and they address that in the Hawkeye show. Which, if you haven't seen the Hawkeye show, you're missing out. You should see it. Yeah, he's got a hearing aid now because he's had too many explosions and whatnot. Yeah, his body's all banged up. But I like that he's still just kind of, you know, he's like the man. And I love that he's teaching Kate Bishop the ropes. I was at first nervous seeing him seeming like he's gonna get replaced by her at some point, but the way they did it just feels very Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn kind of a thing. Very just, you know, buddy cop like, but not in a bad way. It works. There's a good chemistry there. There's a fun there. And just seeing his whole arc going from, you know, where he was to where he is now, I really enjoy it. Give me a holler. I want to see your people and your reasons. So, yeah, I'll talk to you all later.